Hey, what's up? Sonic's here, and first and foremost, happy holidays. Welcome to episode 3. Yeah, episode 3 of a 5 minutes to a better song tutorial series. Today, I'm going to do a little quick tip for you. And it's something that you can do coming down to the final stages of your mixing downstage. And this is something that can really help you consolidate your mixes, get them tighter together, hopefully save some CPU as well. And this is a trick I learned from the former drummer of Pendulum, KJ Saka. He's also in a band, the current drummer of Destroyed right now, and I think he's a solo artist too. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, now what it is it's mix bus processing. And the main concept of it is routing certain aspects of your mix, certain groups or certain tracks, into a singular mix bus or track, and then processing that entire bundle of sounds or single signal all together. So you can accomplish this by making a mix bus, or you can actually in Ableton group a bunch of tracks together and accomplish the same goal. So what you're going to do is just make a normal audio track, and you're going to want to turn on your ins and outs here, this button down here. And the key thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set this monitor setting to in. So now any audio 2 section you can send directly to this track, and then all that will converge into this one track and then go through this track into the master. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to make a new audio track, and this new audio track is going to be our mix bus. So you can rename it mix bus or whatever your heart desires. You can color it whatever your heart desires. We're going to pick orange for now cuz I like orange juice and mimosas, but that's for a later day. And what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to make sure that your ins and out settings is on. And you're going to want to turn the monitor setting to in. And as you can see, this button down here turns orange as well. Lucky me. And what this is going to do is going to allow this track to receive signals from other tracks within your session. So what you can do now is you can go onto your melodies or your pads, and you can go down to the audio 2 option, scroll all the way down to your mix bus, and now this signal is going to be routed into this mix bus before it reaches the master. Now you can do this with your melodies, pads, dub synths, however you want. I tend to do this method to process my synths differently from my drums, because in dance music, you revolve your mixes around the drums. Now from here, you can add compressors, EQs, multiband dynamics, stereo wideners, whatever you want. You can even add sidechain compression if you're trying to make your drums fit better in the mix. But this isn't the only way you can do this kind of processing. In Ableton, you can actually group tracks together in order to accomplish the same goal. Like you see here, the only way that that a mix bus would come well in handy in this is you can't actually group groups together in Ableton, so that's where a mix bus would come in. You can then route groups to this mix bus and then process all those groups together equally. In this particular mix, however, I did not utilize the mix bus scenario. I didn't feel it was necessary, and this is the mix down for my farewell remix I did for Spiffy Man. Instead, what I did is, you can see here, I grouped all my melodies, my pads, my dub synths, and all my subs together, and I actually processed each one of these groups differently. And as you can see, all the way down here is all my percussion, impacts, hi-hats, etc. My vocals are grouped up there as well. But what I particularly like to do, especially when it comes to dubstep, is I like to have different kinds of side chaining on different kinds of synths, and because I want them to mix differently. For example, I'll have deeper sidechain on my sub basses, because with fat kicks, you want those fat low ends of the kicks to fit in better. And dub synths and pads usually are sidechained similarly, unless they're a constant, even rising pad in a certain kind of sidechain pattern. And melodies, I actually sidechain. Melodies and vocals, I sidechain just a little bit. because when it comes down to mastering and I'm compressing my mixes a lot, it helps them mix better with the drums and whatnot. Now, I think I'm out of time here, but I just want to leave you with one more thing. I want you to, it's a little bit of homework, I guess. Try grouping tracks together or routing your tracks to a mix bus, and try maybe throwing a compressor on and playing with the compressor settings a little bit, like I did with this glue compressor here. I think I also did it on my dub synths as well. Slap some EQs on there, slap saturators, just go crazy, just experiment with it. I really think putting compressors on these group channels really helps pull the mix together and everything mesh well into one uniform sound. But that's all I'm going to leave you with. Hope you have a wonderful holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate. And stay tuned next week for the next episode of the 5 Minutes to Better Song series. Peace out.